Namaskar, friends. Welcome to this edition of the Sumit Show. This is the English edition, especially on the demand and for our English speaking viewers, which have been telling me and which have been asking me, Sumit Bhai, you should do a show which is predominantly in English and especially for the people who are not very well versed with Hindi. I thought, okay, let me take this opportunity to do it. This is our first show in this regard, and I'm still struggling with a few things. Excuse me for that, but I will be able to figure it in a day or two. That you know how it is. So, what we are going to talk, friends, on this, we are going to talk about a few things. We are going to talk about how the world is changing and what are the major geopolitical headlines of the world today. So, what we are going to talk now is the following. The first and the most foremost thing what we are talking here is Elon Musk has started a new party and he calls it the American Party. The idea behind the American Party is to give a tough time to President Donald Trump, make him run for his money. Is Elon entering the politics, or is the deep state trying to prop him up? Is China trying to prop him up? Is the tech world trying to have their say in the politics, or is a joint venture happening between the deep state and the big tech of the America? There are a lot of speculations which are out there, and this has definitely sent tremors within the American school of things and the set of things. There are rumors that three big boys of the American politics will be joining Elon Musk today, which gives him a headway, which gives him a good headwind. And with that, we don't know how much can Elon carry on, but there's a contemplation there. And the meanwhile, if I move from America and I go to Europe, some interesting developments here. The Europe and American FTA is not happening. At least doesn't look to me like happening. With that, the President Trump is already hinting and talking about that if you don't do the FTA, Europe will have to pay 50% of tariffs, and he still looks to be adamant on July 10th deadline. I don't know how far will that work out. How is that going to pan out? And that's a interesting thing to see. How does that work out? And it's kind of interesting to see how does Trump act to that. And will there be an addition? Will there be altercation to the deadline? We don't know. In the meanwhile, from Europe, if we go to the Brazil, there's a lot of action happening. Prime Minister Modi has arrived. Great welcome. Operation Sindoor is the theme. This is the new doctrine wherein the India soft power gets merged with the India's military might. The members of the diaspora, especially the ladies wearing the saris draped in a which resembles the tricolor of India, and even that tricolor, you were resonating and you were emphasizing on Operation Sindoor. So has India changed its stance? Is India's new normal this? Wherein India is emphasizing on the military might combined with the soft power? Yes, that looks to be the case. The message is very clear. If you talk of India's soft power, military might and military power is a part of the power. Now we talk of something what I call as military diplomacy, and this is being at show, and this is being quietly resonated, and this has been quietly accepted at Brazil. What a moment. I loved it. I was pride. And there are a lot of things we are expecting. We are at least expecting 6-7 things where we are going to cooperate with Brazil. LNG, we are looking at satellite tech. There's a pending FTA which we want to push through. Then tractors, oil, pharma, there'll be cooperation around there. We are talking of education. We are talking of rare earths. We are talking of petroleum. We are talking of sharing the satellite intel. We are talking of opening the farmers market. And what Brazil got to sell to us? Well, Brazil is giving the kind of stature to Prime Minister Modi which they have not given to any leader, and that's a reason. A lot of people, which includes me, believe that Xi Jinping is really irked. He's kind of not happy with it, though there are a lot of problems which he has in China over and above that, because the problem is there's floods in 7 provinces. There are a lot of things which are not right. He cannot leave the China. There's a talk of Xinjiang governor. His wife's main confidant, he's kind of out of gear. He has been moved. He cannot move China. There are a lot of talks happening, a lot of political turmoil within China. Is that the reason, or India stealing the show? Is that the reason? I believe it's both. Especially the Prime Minister Modi dominating, and it will be a 4-day visit. There'll be a lot of bilaterals which are scheduled, including the bilateral with South Africa, which is going to be important. But well, President Putin is kind of joining over the video link. It's a pity that Brazil could not ensure that if you land here, Mr. Putin, you won't be arrested. I really empathize for that. It's a pity for a leader like Putin, but he's giving a due weightage. So that is what is happening with President Putin. And on the contrary, if I move, Xi leaving and his premium coming, well, in Chinese set of things, his premium doesn't have the polish, does not have the, or his deputy doesn't have the aura or the weightage what she would have carried. So let's see how it goes from there. Meanwhile, and when Prime Minister Modi is very gung-ho and talking about Operation Sindoor, guys, who was the part of Operation Sindoor? Who was a joint venture partner of Pakistan? The joint venture partner of Pakistan was People's Republic of China, Islamic Republic of Turkey, and Republic of Azerbaijan. I don't know if it's an Islamic Republic or not, whatever you want to call it, they were. And when the Chinese arsenal got whacked, the Chinese radars got whacked, the China has got a bloody nose. I don't know, would she want to be a part of that meeting and want to get insulated and insulted and humiliated? Because Prime Minister Modi is very clear: terror, who pulled the terror, and all the people who supported the terrorists are part of the same clan. So it's like humiliating China. Though President Lula would want to talk about de-dollarization, would want to talk about what we call the alternate BRICS currency. But our stand is clear, friends. We are not interested in de-dollarization. We are not interested in an alternate currency. There's something Brazil wants to sell to us. It is C280 or 290. I can't remember the model name perfectly. It's a big transporter which the embroiderer makes, and it's a very hot contender. It's slightly expensive, but it used to have a lot of range and endurance. So we'll be considering that. It's $18 million a bird, and we need a couple of them. So the Brazils are giving us all the red carpet. Brazilians are giving us all the phone calling, all the red carpet around, because they want us to come and they want us to kind of buy. They want us to buy those birds from them. That will be on their agenda. Then we have bilateral with South Africa. Then South Africa, a lot of things, including rare earths, including LNG, including energy. So if you look at Prime Minister Modi is trying to build his resilience on various energy aspects which are beyond the Middle East and the traditional energy hubs. So it is a concept of geographical redundance of energy. It's a concept of geopolitical redundance of energy. So both are being worked together, and including Africa, we are talking about having a MOU where then a lot of their kids can come here, they can study here, vice versa. That's going to be interesting to watch. And in the meanwhile, I don't have some very good. And by the way, Iran is missing, and Iran doesn't tell us why they're missing. We don't know why they're missing. Must they have their own reasons? Of course, when you get whacked in a ball like this, you go missing. That's quite understood. And the last one on my agenda, on my hot plate today is, we are talking about this. The Houthis have started firing missiles into Israel, and that is not a good thing to harness, honestly. The Iron Dome is ready, Israelis are ready, and I was telling you Houthis are going to fire. Houthis are going to fire missiles. I've been telling you and reiterating on this point. But our friends in Israel are ready and Americans are ready. Let's see how it goes. The shit can hit the fan. Sorry to be direct. That's not how it looks to me. And meanwhile, some interesting developments also happening. Hezbollah has said that they will not give their arms. They're not going to lay their arms. They will not surrender. They will not give their arms. So is Hezbollah preparing for the big fight? Looks to be. Is Hezbollah and Hamas both activating? Looks to be. Will Iran go and strike targets within Syria? They've already done. Will Israel go and start targeting within Syria? They've already done. Will Israelis go and start hitting targets within Iran? Yes, they will be doing it soon. So friends, Houthis are activated. Hezbollah looks to be activated. Targets in Iran are getting decimated, and Damascus in Syria are getting decimated. How long will the targets in Iran get decimated? It's a matter of time. We'll keep our watch on. We'll keep our things on. This is a short and brief, important headlines of the world. What is happening? I'll keep on meeting you, and as the program grows, we might increase and we might kind of fine tune the program. But on that note, so far, thank you very much for your support. Always a pleasure meeting you. And if we get your support and blessings, this English initiative will be enhanced to a different level altogether. On that note, I take your blessings. I want to wish you all the bye. I want to take your leave. Bharat Mata ki jai, Vande Matram, and Om Namah Parvati Patay, Har Har Mahadev.